Thank you for tuning in today. I'm your host, Troop Nation, and I'm also the founder of the Midwest Takeoff. The queen that you see right here, stopping by today, headlining all over Cleveland, most influential and well-respected as a licensed loctician. She's been featured on Channel 5 News multiple times. She's been putting on master classes for mothers and fathers dedicated to learning locks and hairstyles. This queen right here also being contracted with the NFL and NBA as a certified hairstylist. Your favorite loctician's favorite loctician. She's also a Cleveland native and celebrity hairstylist. Loctician, Tieya Riggins. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey. Okay. So wait a minute, though. I'm from Lorraine, though.
Oh, you from Lorraine?
I'm from Lorraine.
Okay.
I gotta represent.
You gotta shout out to Lorraine.
440, you know.
Okay, hey, she's a Lorraine native. Excuse me. Now living in Cleveland.
Yes.
Okay, let's bring that right back to the table. Okay, well, shout out to Lorraine.
Yes.
To all you guys, man, still in Ohio Midwest.
Yes. So much talent out there.
I believe so. So when did you first start learning that you knew how to do hair?
So, okay.
It was a journey back then, huh?
Yeah, I have to think about it.
Was it starting about with braids? Did it start off with cornrows and things like that? Or?
Yeah, it started off with braids. Okay, so I had kids.
Okay.
And it was like, kind of something that it was like, oh, you got to learn how to do something because they had a lot of hair. So
right.
I ended up starting doing their hair and then, little referrals. And so I kind of slightly started, after my first daughter.
Okay.
And then I kind of strayed away from that. I wasn't really leaning towards that. I wanted to be a fashion designer. So I was like, no, hair is not for me. Mm-hmm. But it just kept coming back. And I was like, okay.
And you're just naturally just good at it.
Yeah.
So when you first started doing hair, when did you receive your certificate to actually go into it? Like, okay, I'm going to get a license for this. I'm good at this.
Okay. So I started going to hair school. I want to say, man, it's been about 7 or 8 years. Mm-hmm. And then I shortly got my license, probably about 2 or 3 years after that, because I kind of was doing my side hustle, and then it was like going back and forth. Yeah. But it was like I was doing hair, mm-hmm. but it was like, ooh, do I go to school and mm-hmm. get the money and get the certificate,
or just do it on the side?
Yeah, and actually get the full amount. So
right.
Yeah, it took me a little bit of time, but so I want to say it's been about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years that you didn't have your license and everything like that.
Yeah, that I've been fully licensed, but now I'm an instructor too. So
now you teaching courses.
Mm-hmm.
So explain, when you first started teaching courses, was it to children, was it to adults, and how did that transpire from getting your license to actually teaching the course?
Okay, so as far as teaching here, it was dads, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten a call from a local Head Start in Lorain County, and they had asked me to do a segment with another hairstylist. Okay, well, it was a couple of us, but it was only 2 of us that showed up. So I was like, wow, this is really, interested, and it was needed. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, I started doing it by that, and we actually got a lot of acknowledgement to the point that we was on the Today Show.
So y'all made it to the Today Shows off of fathers learning how to do locks, mm-hmm. and you're the instructor of it.
Yeah.
So were you nervous being on the news?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm nervous right now.
You're nervous right now being on the Midwest Takeoff? Well, hey, you're doing such great jobs around the city. I had to get you on here. Like, you're amazing person, and then what you're doing for everybody's hair, making people feel beautiful. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is a art within itself.
It definitely is. I feel like when you have your hair done, even if your outfit is looking crazy, you can have on sweatpants, but like if your hair is laid, people like, oh, she got somewhere to go. Or she got somewhere to go.
Moving.
Yeah. They got somewhere to go. So it's like, I feel like that's where it starts off, and you always don't need payment for that, Mm-hmm. It's the payment is in the, response.
So when, as yesterday, we did a tutorial because she wanted to show how her locks and how her professionalism is done. So you did my hair, as you guys can see. is fire. You know what I'm saying? I love the hairstyle. So we're going to go and jump into a tutorial, and she's going to walk us through how she do locks and the everydayness.
Okay.
So explain this right here. What are you doing?
Okay, so I use 2 types of cleansing. I use a tea tree and a clarifying shampoo, one by Olaplex and one by Paul Mitchell. That's tea tree. And then I come back in with a moisturizing shampoo, which is Olaplex, and the honey cream by Design Essentials. So that requires 2 washes. You want to saturate the hair, of course, with water first, and then put your shampoos in, and then get a good scrub.
And that shampoo that you had, it was smelling great. It was like, what you putting in my hair?
Yeah.
Is this fruits and berries?
Yes, exactly. One is to start like cleansing and getting all the dirt and stuff out. And then the next one is to moisturize and hydrate the hair so that, you don't have that issue of breaking, because you don't want to use any conditioner really, because that can soften up the locks, and that can also cause breakage because it's too soft.
So conditioner actually breaks up your locks. Okay.
Yes, it can. So like if you were to put conditioner to take them down, then
And what is this product right here?
Okay, so I use lock-in to retwist. I don't use a whole lot of product. Right now I'm doing a palm roll, and I also demonstrate locksmithing right here, which I don't do a lot of the time because over rotating the locks can cause thinning too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you want to, of course, neat style, make sure it lasts.
Right.
You want it to last at least 2 to 3
so
weeks. So
comb roll or palm roll, like what is your traditional method?
Okay, so I part. And then I comb, the extra hair inside of it. Sometimes I take, depending on the size of the lock, I'll take a comb and put it in there and coil it, or I'll just take my hands and palm roll it all the way down, or, locksmithing. But I also style as I go. You tell me whatever the style that you want to achieve beforehand, or if you tell me to freestyle, I'll freestyle. But
so does this particular style right here actually have a name? Are these?
So this is barrel rolling.
Barrel rolling.
Yes. So you can do corn rolls like this. You can do barrel rolls like this. But because you have typically the man bun perimeter, people like to do that, or they like to do rope twists or different things like that.
So when they go into certain styles, how do you separate the hair from it's already been matted and twisted and stuff like that? How do you actually comb through that? What is that?
So when you're getting someone in your chair, you want to analyze the head, you know what I mean? Map it out. Okay. Go from the middle of the head. I find it easiest to find that, to see what type of style, because most styles start from the middle of the head, or you can kind of see which, way it's going to go.
Because, the way this look, you see how my hair turned out now. And watching this just in repeat, just this is amazing work.
Yeah.
And so this is called a barrel roll retwist? Or?
Yes. And then I put vitamin E oil in there, and I also use...
And what does that promote?
It promotes hair growth, and it also, people who have, scalp issues or anything like that, it can help with those type of issues.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I give a little leave-in conditioner from Carol's Daughter, which is a water-based.
Water-based?
Yeah, no creams, because that creates buildup. Yeah.
So does buildup grow your hair, or does dirt grow your hair, or how does...
No, it does not.
That a myth?
No, it is definitely a myth. You want to, cleanse your hair as you do, not on as much as you normally do if you were a once-a-week person, but... You would want to do at least once a month, not to create some...
So, other than myself, who was one of the first celebrities? You know how to throw that in there. Who was one of the first celebrities that you actually did their hair? A lock or even a braid?
Okay.
She can braid too, guys.
Yeah. Let me think. Okay, so first celebrity that I did... Okay, I'm going to say my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin, Kareem Hunt.
Kareem
Shout out to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was my first celebrity. I didn't know he was a celebrity at that time, but here we are.
Here we are. Like, hey, you out here, cuz.
Yeah. Shout out to him. So that
and
was
you said Cream Hut?
One. Yeah. Yes,
okay. Yeah.
So that.
And what does he do?
He is. Oh my God. He plays for the Browns.
Okay. He's okay.
Gosh.
Yeah. He's in the NFL. Come on, he's your cousin.
I'm like, that's just a little cousin. But he plays for the Browns. Yeah. So shout out to him for doing his thing. So he was my first celebrity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so from there, was that your first legway into the NFL? Was him, or was it someone else?
No, it was actually him. I was doing his hair, and it was right before the draft, and then he got drafted, and it was like, okay, boom,
right,
like, yeah. So
his hairstyle your hairstyle was featured on the draft.
Yeah. So
you guys hear that? ESPN, her hairstyle was featured on the draft.
Yeah, I started his locks right before he got drafted.
Okay.
And then, that was cool. And then it kind of went from there,
And so from there, I've seen like so many different people that your hands have touched, right? So when you go to one NFL player to the next dude, did any of them ever get jealous? Like, man, she started with me, she got to be only with me, or is there anything like that? A little rival competition with hairstyles?
Not really. It's not that, but they do be like, oh, so you went and scheduled on our website instead of calling? Oh no, you make me look bad. Like, so that it's more so that, but no, they all pretty cool. They treat me like family. So
what would you say your number is right now for celebrity clients?
You know what?
Is there's a list that you get like Browns, really. Ravens,
no,
Celtics, Cavaliers?
No, it's not that, but I'm trying to think, and I'm not. It's not that many right now because we just coming back into the season, so we'll just have to see. Like, I'll probably say about 10 right now.
You got 10 celebrities?
Yeah, about 10, 15.
Why are you being modest? Only 10? 10 is a lot.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about these people going on TV, on the games, and they're rocking the styles, you know. And when they come into your shop, is it closed sessions for them, or do they want to talk to the public when they're in your shop?
Unless they're getting something that is like long, you know what I mean? If it's something like that, they'll do a house call instead if they want privacy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they don't mind coming into the shop.
And being around the people?
Yeah, they don't mind.
So they're very personable.
Yeah, because you know what? Everybody's a celebrity in their own.
That is true. So you had locks and then you cut your hair.
Yes, I did. So
what was the transition for you? And do anybody that's getting their hair done ever feel like, why did you cut your locks? And should I cut my own,
I feel like it was a transition for me at that moment. At that particular time in my life, I needed to cut them. Do I wish I would have kept them? Oh my gosh, yes. Because I would have been 14 years in the game.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I only got 2.5 years in, and but for me, the confidence in me having a short haircut works out for me too.
Yo, I mean, you're looking good, so you're doing your thing, so definitely for sure.
Yeah, but for other people who get ready to cut their locks, I just have a consultation with them, beforehand.
Before they do it?
Yes, because, it's very deep, especially if you started from the bottom. Yeah, you started from the bottom, you got these. And I'm like, is this what you really want to do? But, what's going on? We might have to talk, so it's a private session. Yeah, so it's like, what's going on in your life that you feel like you need to cut them at that moment. Some people are like, I'm just over it.
So from hosting master classes, being on the news, hairstyles featured on ESPN drafts and game days, NFL days, right? Yeah. So when you go home, do you ever just sit back and look at what I'm doing? Like, when do you actually take it in?
Man, I don't know if I've actually taken it in.
Sometimes you are right now. You better sit back and relax and you're doing it.
You know what? Sometimes it's really surreal for me because coming from such a small town, you'd be like, wow, you never know where you'll make connections at.
Right.
So it's like, wow, I was sitting here. And then also just off of this trade, people often feel like, oh, I got to go to college and get this big degree, and I got to do this and I got to do that in order to get into these rooms. But, there's always somebody who need their nails done.
Right.
There's always somebody who need their hair done.
Right.
And it's always somebody who need to get on a podcast. So it's like, the room is unlimited.
Okay. That's a nice perspective.
Yeah.
So, moving throughout these rooms and everything like that. So when you are putting yourself out there and you're getting inside these rooms and you're talking to these people, is it more about your hairstyle or more about entrepreneurship? And I know you touched on fashion earlier. So are you going to ever go back to fashion?
I wouldn't mind going back to fashion. I love fashion. It's a fun thing,
I mean, you came in here fly.
Yeah, I'm not really into it for myself anymore. I've dumbed down now, but I just think it's such a creative expression. You know what I mean? So it's awesome to be in that room, but I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know if you'll go back to fashion or not. I mean,
it's just like because of the way that it's going. You know what I mean? You like, I don't know
the
if
transition of fashion of how everybody's doing it now.
Exactly, and everybody is a copycat instead of being innovative. And you're like, okay, I've seen that look before. So it's like if I seen like it go in a different direction where we start seeing different patterns of it, then I would probably be like, oh yeah, I'll go back, but it definitely be behind the scenes.
It'd be behind the scenes instead of up front.
Oh yeah, that's so, too much pressure.
A lot of people don't know, but I own Global Kings as well as the Midwest Takeoff, right? And so when I first started it, I wanted to be a fashion designer before a podcaster. And this woman right here actually helped me develop a website and showed me how to make clothes and everything like that and how to properly put on a fashion show. And we did a whole fashion show. My first fashion show, I was featured in her fashion show. And it was all in the Lorraine and Cleveland, and everybody came out. It was so many people. It was great. And, I just wanted to thank you for that, for actually helping me put that first leg into the industry. I'm no longer in fashion, but I'm fashionable now.
Yeah.
It gave me that eye for it.
Yeah.
And, so I definitely want to give you your flowers for that, for being an innovator. And, you took me under your wings for that. So I definitely want to shout that out and let the people know that this lady right here, if she sees a vision in you, you good as gold,
Yeah, no, for sure. I've got a lot of clients that I'm like, I seen them sit in my chair, talk about a business, and then they actually flourish. And I'm like, man, it's so awesome to see us flourish. You know what I mean? So,
and you're doing it though. So, is there anything that you would like to say to the young kids that's looking up to you or wanting to be a hairstylist and following your footsteps? What is something that you could say to the younger generation, positive or negative, where it comes like, hey, these comes with this territory and these are the benefits of this career field?
Okay, what I will say is this is a feast or famine industry, okay? And what I mean by that is either you want to eat or you don't.
Say that again.
And that's the case. It's definitely discipline. Getting up every day. If you the first one at the shop or the last one at the shop, you be there, and that's
you make that money.
Yeah, and that's how you build the clientele, and then you can relax later because they've become loyal to you. So I just feel like if you want this, you're going to go out there and get it. Don't come in at 12 p.m. because this is what,
You start your day off bright and early.
Exactly. It's Friday. Why you not in there at 8 or 9 a.m.?
Taking clients that early.
Exactly. Especially the old heads, because they definitely going to be loyal and they going to bring clients to you.
Yeah.
That's your best word of mouth clientele. So,
that's from the older generation, the elders.
Heck yeah. People can send an Instagram picture. You can put filters on it. But them old heads, they gonna be like, look at me right now. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like just getting in there, being disciplined, late nights, early mornings. You know what I mean? And
late nights and early mornings.
Yes, and just be professional. I had my times where I was not professional because you get overwhelmed and stuff like that. Definitely self-care.
Yeah.
You know, once you do get busy, self-care.
So the energy that you have to take in when you're doing these clients' hair and you getting all their stories, it's almost like a barbershop talk, right? So you must hear all types of stories all the times, and people, you're almost like a counselor too. How does that weigh in on you?
Man, it can be very heavy sometimes, because sometimes you get some clients get calls while they sitting in your chair. You know, you're like, oh, you know what I mean?
The dirt.
Yeah, and it can be good or bad. You be like, oh, that's some tea. Or, you know, I've gotten clients where they've gotten a call where they had a loved one pass. And it's like, you know, so you have to be able to tune all those different energies and know how to be which person at which time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either the listening ear or the advice person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta counsel sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta pick which one you want to be or which one they need you to be.
Yeah.
You know, so if you know how to switch hats, you know, but it definitely is not easy.
All right, so as a fan of locks and stuff like that, is there anybody that you have, like, this icon that you want to ever do locks for? Like, who is somebody that you look up to, or somebody in the industry, like, my hands has to touch their head? Is there like a Lauryn Hill or anybody like that that, like, you know manifest it right here?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's anybody that I've thought of that I've wanted to touch their hair, but there's definitely some people. So I wanted to sit in the room with them, and just pick their brain and just
like who?
Of course, Erykah Badu. We love her. Yeah, Erykah Badu. We love her. But there's definitely some other people that Issa Rae. I definitely would want to sit in a room and pick her brain. Even Amanda Seale, even though people got, you know.
But hey, but this is your opinion. This is what you would like to do.
Yeah, so there are people who have like different opinions and influences on my life that I'd be like, ooh, I want to just sit in a room and see what's going on with, you know. Yeah.
So we were both featured on Issa Rae's Via Ray Prosecco wine collection, right? So as there's fall or spring collection. Yeah. So we were featured as one of their models to promote their wine, and we just looked on their page like, is that us?
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And
that
we
was definitely
turned around
like,
to
hold on.
Issa Rae put us on, you know, and I just want to shout out to Issa Rae and VOA Rhymes. Like, we appreciate you guys for promoting our faces and y'all business as well. How was that when you first tuned in and seen that your face was on Issa Rae's products?
You know what? I was like, you had brought it to my attention. First of all, I'm not a like social media head that much, so I don't see a whole lot of stuff. So I was like, when you sent that to me, I'm like, what is this? And then I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Then, you know, the group chat.
Right. The group chat went ham.
I said, like, hey, y'all, look at, you know. So I was like, I was really excited and definitely humbled by the opportunity, because it wasn't like, hey, submit your photo or something like that. It was like they chose us. So it was like, like that also puts like, you know, so much confidence in yourself. Like, ooh.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, so
that definitely gave me like a boost of confidence. Like, dang, she's seen me.
She's seen who I was.
Issa Rae
yes,
you know, and that definitely gave me a boost. So, towards most of our ending of our segues and everything like that, we try to drop gems on the city. I know you're from Lorraine, but you know, living in Cleveland too. So we're gonna drop gems for Ohio, for people to look towards and, you know, get motivated by you. You know, what is something that you would like to leave? What's some type of gems you would like to give to the people?
Okay, so as far as leaving something behind, okay.
Wise words.
Okay, so I definitely. Oh man. Okay.
Put you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah. So it's a lot because I want to do so much for the community. You know what I mean? Like even to see young stylists or young Black entrepreneurs like myself who had kids while they trying to, do their business and stuff like that. I would love to provide opportunities for people like that, especially even certifying people, just in doing natural hair. It's such a big industry right now.
Yeah.
It's a bag for everybody.
It's
right
a bag.
now.
They print money every day. I tell people that all the time.
It's a bag for everybody. So I would love to start certifying people if I can, get out into Tri-C or into the schools
and actually being a professor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And actually,
That's
like, I
huge.
really want to go and open up my own natural hair school, and just provide that opportunity, even if we can extend it to a point where we can open up housing for them, and provide stuff like that, because in hair school, you don't make any money,
Right.
so you're like forced to
Do things on the side.
Exactly. And so it's long nights and early mornings, which that's
a
what
hustle.
you should, it's a hustle. So it should already be embedded for you. So, but if there were things that were in place that we can implicate for people that are single parents or trying to, just for that short amount of time, the 10 months or a year or whatever the case may be, then we will be able to,
So would you say your younger self is proud of your present self? How would you say that?
Oh my gosh, she would be shocked. Like, girl, what?
I'm here.
What? You sitting in the... No, because I definitely have those moments like, wow, these are rooms that I never thought I'd sit in.
Right.
So, yeah, for sure. My younger self is looking at my older self like, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just want to give a round of applause right here. Tell everybody where to find you.
So I have a suite right now, downtown Cleveland, 1127 Euclid Avenue at Image Studios. Right now I'm in transition. So I'm in suite 103, but soon it will be 105 and 106 because I'm expanding.
Okay. The growth is here.
So you can find me on there, and then you can find me on Instagram at Naturally Me, NATRUELLYMEE, and don't worry about Facebook. Don't worry about that. But you can find me on Google too. So if you want to,
You said Google me.
Yeah, no. If you want to Google me, Tieya Riggins, TIEYA RIGGINS. You can Google me. There's,
Hey, and y'all
all my
heard it here
accolades
first.
is on there.
Right here on the Midwest Takeoff, man. We got celebrity loctician Tieya Riggins in the building, and I'm so excited. All right, so coming up next, we have Paris Stephan from Youngstown, Ohio, doing a master performance, and I can't wait for all you guys to see it. Stay tuned and check us out.
Shout out to Troop Nation and the Midwest Takeoff. Let's take off. Let's go. Yo. Known around the globe on some Zodiac killer shit. All signs point to the fact that I'm killing shit. Start getting love and they treating me like I'm villainous. But Jesus Christ told me I'm one hell of a lyricist. I'm sick of this, feeling like Jet Li. I'm limitless. God speaking through me, he's truly a ventriloquist. I got a talent for forming words into sentences. This is just the beginning and the work is never finished, kid. I still got a lot to do. Weird when your homies and friends and random strangers is constantly giving props to you. Cause I'm always feeling like I ain't done enough, but I'm done with that humble shit, nigga. It's time to run it up. What? Pay attention because we coming up. If you think I'ma fail, I'ma shock you like you been thunderstruck. What? And I ain't cocky, I'm just proud of me. Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be? Take it easy with the complaining. Life ain't always gonna be sunshine. It's hard to see it when it's just raining, but it's flowers growing at the same time. And I ain't cocky, I'm just proud of me. Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be? Pride. And I ain't cocky, I'm just proud of me. Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be? globe, an international player. Rest in peace to Kobe Cole, need gold just like the Lakers. I got one shot, I'ma take it. Best believe I'ma make it, cause my success is predestined. Ain't destined for living basic, let's face it. When I step on stage, they be like, who is this? My game flawless, last name Wallace, I do it big. Trying to make $1 million ain't my true intent. Freedom in your health is wealth, that's when you truly rich. I rip stages, more sauce than rib places. It's undisputed, I'm Shannon Sharp, I'm Drip Bayless. See the music these niggas making, I skip playlists. I make them PayPal if they ever skip payment. Really, your flow foul, your shit's flagrant. I seen your shows, they all empty, them shit's vacant. I heard the city say they proud of me. I appreciate anyone that's been down with me. Take it easy with the complaining. Life ain't always gonna be sunshine. It's hard to see it when it's just raining, but it's flowers growing at the same time. And I ain't cocky, I'm just proud of me. Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be? Pride. And I ain't cocky, I'm just proud of me. Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be? Why they acting like a nigga ain't allowed to be?
And this was episode 3 of the Midwest Takeoff. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channels and all platforms. I'm Troop Nation, your founder, and stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you again.